Sadly, Selmer discontinued their trumpets in 2011, but boy, they made some incredible trumpets. Stay tuned and I'll tell you a little bit more about the Selmer Concept TT, which we have for sale on consignment at the shop. Thanks. Hey everybody, it's Trent Austin from Austin Custom Brass. Thanks for watching this video, and please take a moment to subscribe, which is down there on that side of the video stream. We're almost at 10,000 subscribers, and once we hit 10,000, there's going to be some amazing things happening, both for you as people who enjoy our videos, and for us as well as the shop. The Selmer trumpets were incredible instruments. Most people nowadays think of Selmer as a saxophone company, which the famous Mark VI and balanced action instruments, they really cemented Selmer's place in history. Of course, the clarinets are also in that ballpark, but Selmer made incredible trumpets, starting with that balanced action trumpet, which guys like Louis Armstrong played and Harry James played. My idol and mentor Clark Terry played Selmer trumpets for many years. Of course, Maurice Andre played the Selmer piccolo trumpet, which is considered one of the greatest piccolo trumpet sounds of all time. Selmer made many instruments over the course of its long tenure as making brass instruments. I think they started around 1930 making trumpets and cornets. This horn, the Selmer TT, was one of the finest designs they ever made. Unfortunately, they made this horn, and then a couple years later they stopped making high brass instruments, partially due to the fact that they weren't getting as much of a market share as they had hoped, and also, let's face it, the Bach Trumpet Company had a foothold in that whole genre of getting great instruments. But this trumpet is a trumpet that most people don't necessarily know a lot about, but so many people enjoyed it. Guys like Eddie Henderson, Mike Rodriguez, Arturo has a custom trumpet built off of this body and valve block. It is a great playing trumpet. Some of the characteristics of this trumpet include, I'm going to show you some pictures. We have a bunch more pictures on our listing, and our listing always is in the video description here on YouTube, so be sure to check it out. First, let's talk about the famous Selmer trumpet valves. These valves are just fantastic. These trumpets have just the fastest, smoothest, great action valves you would ever imagine. That's one of the claims of fame of Selmer instruments, is that their valves are almost without parallel. Then we have, of course, the famous reversed lead pipe. And in this case, if you look at the, I'm going to put that in front of my face to hide up my face, I guess. The reverse lead pipe, look at the work on the spit keys, right? See the Selmer logo right there? It's just amazing how much attention to detail they put into this trumpet. This has a reversed and rounded tuning side. Then we have our famous Selmer Paris brand logo, just beautiful. That's on the second valve of the trumpet. You can actually see it. Well, you can't see it when it's not focused, but you can see it right there. That's the Selmer Paris logo. Just great. And one of the things that makes this trumpet, oh, hold on. One of the things that make this trumpet so great is this, the reversed lead pipe. And also, it's a twin tube. So they called it their Concept TT. Now, folks, let me turn this off. The twin tube lead pipe is not a new design by Selmer. Conn, in the late 30s, had a design with a twin tube lead pipe. And what I mean by that is there's a tube, and then inside this tube is the actual tapered lead pipe. The concept is that by having an extra tube here, it solidifies response and makes the target notes a little bit easier to attain. I think it's a good concept, and yeah, I think it definitely works, but there's always a drawback. This horn, I think, is a perfect horn for a jazz soloist. You can't necessarily play it if you're playing in a symphonic orchestra. You can't necessarily play it if you want to play lead trumpet, but as a jazz soloist, it's a fantastic instrument. I'm using my Mount Vernon 1.5C. I'm going to play a little bit. I played a little bit at the beginning. I'm going to play a little bit more. This is raw audio, completely unedited. Like I said, it's so fun to play. Here's a ballad. And it has just wonderful, wonderful, seamless. So it has this shimmering sound, but it's not a bright trumpet sound. You can hear that on the audio here. It's not a bright trumpet sound, but it has this fullness and richness to it. Let me play some classical on it. Another thing I see in this design, I don't want to show you, is this stress-free point-to-point bracing. See how there's a brace here, and then there's another piece and another brace. By doing that, when you construct the horn new, you take off the stress from putting it all together with a singular brace. Conn did this. They're most known for that, but Selmer was pretty smart. So you can see that. So you see that, that's what I'm talking about, that brace there. It's just a great trumpet, and I'm really bummed that they don't sell them anymore. So when you do get a chance to see them, more often than not, they're played to death. The jazz soloists played them and played a lot on them. This horn is in great shape. It has almost no wear. There's been a little bit of work done to the second crook, but has great compression. We've cleaned it in the shop, and it plays just so wonderfully. Let me put a lead mouthpiece in so you can hear it with that. And while I said at the beginning, it's not necessarily a lead trumpet, it will be a fine commercial trumpet if you needed it to be. So this is the Selmer Concept TT, which we have on consignment at the shop. I don't think it will last long. We've actually already had a few offers on the horn, but we're probably going to be pretty firm to that price because you just can't get one. If you have any additional questions about this horn or any other horns we have of the shop, please reach out to us, info@austincustombbrass.com, or just call 816-410-0826. Hit that subscribe button. Thanks so much for all you do for ACB. We appreciate you very much, and have an awesome day. Cheers.